Hi Scorpio, I'm Brenda and I'm here today to bring you your Angel Tarot and Angel Oracle reading for the month of September 2018. I want to truly thank you for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, and sharing and subscribing to these videos that I put out there monthly on YouTube. As you know, this is strictly a general reading, and every single card cannot pertain to every single person in the universe. But if you'd like clarity, accuracy, and answers to any questions, I welcome and invite you to go up there and click that button, and it will take you to my website, where you can see the services that I offer and how to schedule either a private reading with me or a Reiki healing session. Okay, Scorpio, let's get on with our beautiful month of September reading. Your very first card for the beginning of the first week of September, Scorpio, is an Earth card, and you have been given the Four of Earth. Excuse me. And the Four of Earth, Earth cards have to do often with our jobs, professions, and careers, and how we bring that abundance and currency into our personal lives. This particular card does discuss money, and it tells me that for some of you, money comes in the door and flies out the window just as fast as it's entered your domain, and we've all been guilty of that off and on. So it's a cautionary card to, just pull in a little bit on that belt buckle, tweak your budget to be able to be less stressed out at the end of the month in order to honor your financial commitments. Now, the other meaning of this card, it says that you give way too much of your time to everybody else. You haven't been taking self-care, taking care of yourself, doing things that maybe you've wanted to do. You've shelved those things because you feel like everybody's been asking you basically to have a piece of you. And, can you do this and can you do that? And being the kind of person you are, wanting to help people, you've been spreading yourself too thin. What's going to happen, Scorpio, is that you're going to get tired out, depleted, and you're going to become resentful. So, stop this in its tracks. It's okay to say no. Don't spread yourself so thin. Don't give yourself, 150% to everybody else. No matter how much you're worried about money, perhaps this has to do with dealing with people to make money. You still need to take care of yourself and set up your boundaries, and it's okay now and then to say no. You'll do it, but you can't do it all at the same time. Now, I do see that some of you are very cautious about your money. On the other hand, you're going to work, you're coming home, you're putting it in the bank. And you know what? That's wonderful. You will always have something there for that rainy day. But what happens is you hermitize and you isolate yourself away from, your social life and the people around you that have missed you and loved you and wanted your company with them. They enjoy you. So please get out there and live. It's great to work and save our money, but we also have to give time to balancing our work and our personal life. Don't let your personal life go by the wayside because of, having to make this money. So that's the other part of this message here. Now, I do see for some of you that have been contemplating and thinking about either opening a business or joining someone in business, or perhaps moving on to a new type of work and job, that this is a good time for that. So please know that if you've been thinking about this, this is a good time to make that move. For others, I see that you've been thinking about wanting to pay it forward. You've been thinking about wanting to do things for people for nothing. Which is wonderful. You've been thinking about wanting to do something for charity. Perhaps some of you are getting involved in some sort of charitable organization. Others, it could be as simple as just paying it forward at the takeout coffee shop, and buying the person behind you in the car with the kids screaming and yelling and carrying on the way to work or school. You buy that person a coffee and pay for it. It could be cleaning out your closet, getting rid of articles. Some of you may be purging and wanting to downscale and clean out things that aren't serving you anymore and that maybe be crowding you in your living space, where you want to just be able to breathe easy, and you're going to donate those things to people that need it. Great card. Now, Scorpio, in the middle of the first week, you've been given the Eight of Air. And air cards often have to do with having to make decisions and choices fairly that are determined around the energy of other people that bring in those challenges to us. And or you may be dealing with legal issues. Some of you may be, having to stand up and defend yourself on your platform in court, or it may just be, these challenges back and forth with, another party, with, mediation and your lawyer. It could be the selling of property, businesses, personal items, things like that. I do see contracts and signatures being made for some of you. Others, I see you've been waiting for things to settle. And that can get you down for sure. And some of you, because of these challenges that have been coming into you, you have been feeling kind of trapped. But please know it's an illusion of feeling trapped. And when we feel trapped, we often, kind of lose our self-confidence that we normally would have. It's like so much is coming at you at once and it's overwhelming. Please know this is an illusion. Do not be afraid to take action. Stand up for what you've developed. Stand up for what belongs to you. Stand up for your personal rights. Do not let that negative energy take over, okay, and overwhelm you. At the end of the first week, Scorpio, you've been given a beautiful oracle message, and this is blossomings. And blossomings is saying you are just getting started. So have the patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Well, how ironic that you had the Eight of Air talking about that, right? And, the Four of Earth talking about fears about money. And now, you got blossoming. So basically, you're going to rise above that. Look at this beautiful card. You are going to rise above this, okay? All that chaos around you, don't worry about it. It's starting to push it away. Push away that negative energy that's coming in around you that you've had to deal with. So you're just getting started. You're just getting started of starting on your path, opening that new door to opportunities. So have patience right now with yourself and the process that's going on. And by all means, never give up on yourself. Scorpio, your second week of September, the beginning of the second week, you've been given again another air card. And this is the Knight of Air. So, you know what? This tells me that like this knight who charges in on his steed with great speed, things are going to change now. Even though this card said don't give up and have patience, all of a sudden things are just going to turn for some of you and everything's going to be coming at you at once. All these things are going to be coming in at once. There's going to be some events that are going to come in with great speed. Now, you are going to be asked to pay attention and have to act upon them because time's of the essence. But you're going to have to carefully review your options when this event comes into you, this situation comes into you. All of a sudden you've been waiting and all of a sudden, bang, there it is, and everything starts hitting you at once. So read over everything. Cross your T's, dot your I's, and be sure if you're not sure of something, if it is a contract that comes in that needs signing, and you're not sure of all the legal jargon, ask someone to interpret that for you so that you will understand it 100% before you say yes or you sign on the dotted line. But you're very creative, and it will be resolved creatively. Solutions will come in that way. Now, in the middle of the second week of September, Scorpio, you've been given a water card, and this is the Two of Water. And this is about a relationship that is continuing to grow. So some of you may have met, you may have met someone new, or you may have been in a long, rocky relationship that, had its dips and dives, and it's been, it's been a long one, and it's been there, but it hasn't always been so smooth. But it's going to continue to grow closer. And the word that they throw out there is forgiveness. And that is what is going to, bring a positive resolution to any debates, conflicts, arguments, or anything like that you've had to deal with this person or these people in this relationship circle around you. So keep in mind forgiveness. You are either going to be accepting an apology, or you're going to be issuing an apology to someone else or some other people, so that this relationship can continue to grow. It's not going to end. Now, How ironic when you use that card. Now your oracle message is endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So for some of you, you may be parting ways with, a particular, partner. And you know what? You're going to keep things close to your heart. It could be that you've lost someone that's passed on. You're going to keep their beautiful memories in your heart because you're able now to open your eye and see the light at the end of the tunnel again. So please know, you have to let the past go in some situations in order to move forward into a beautiful new beginning. Third week, beginning of the third week, Scorpio, you've been given an Earth card and you've been given the Page of Earth. And this is your second and final Earth card here, and it's good news. We talked about the fear of money and, time that you spend with yourself. I need to turn that off. I'm sorry. It keeps coming on. It's on my husband's computer, so we know what time it is here where I live. Anyhow, the Page of Earth talks about good news coming in, and it's financial good news coming into you. It has to do with successful financial situations in your life. I do see some of you have, you're in a position right now where you're wanting to do something more, challenging in your life. You may be in a job where it's just been, the same old. You don't feel that you are going to ever have the opportunity to express yourself, to advance higher at your place where you work. And you're trying to, rack your brain and figure out what can I do to add in addition to what I'm doing, or I need to find something else. As simple as that. I do see some of you are contemplating taking an online course in a topic that you found interesting, or something to add a credit to what you already have with in your resume now. So there will be a new form of study for some of you. You're going to, excuse me, my allergies are bothering me today. Really itchy nose today, so I apologize for scratching my nose. But anyway, please know that I do see some of you are going to be taking a course. You may be researching this now, and you'll have to be patient because the course might not come available immediately. So please be patient at this time while you're searching for this, because I see that some of you are wanting something more challenging and more exciting and more interesting in your career. In the middle, Scorpio, of that week, you've got renewal. That's a major card. So renewal is all about reviewing and evaluating where you've come and where you are right now. It may have to do with your personal life for some of you and your relationships that you're in. It may have to do with your profession and your job and where you're at, right now in that part of your life. So I do see that you're going to be making a favorable assessment of all the facts out there that are relating to you and, with your self-development and where you are on your life path right now. Some of you realize, and you will be going in a new direction. It's time to move on. Okay, it's basically time to move on in a new direction, and that's what renewal has to do. Sometimes it has to do with relationship transitions, and sometimes it's a relief, and other times it's not. It's sad. So you need to know that you're going to have the support of family and friends that are going to step up. If that's the case for some of you, they're going to be there to support you and put their arm around you and say, you know what, we're here to help you in any way. Just ask. Okay, so renewal, my friend. It's time to move forward in a new direction, and it may have to do with your personal life. It may have to do with your job. Some of you may be moving out of state, out of country as well, and it's time to go, and you know that. So you'll be moving on. At the end of that week, you've been given this beautiful oracle card, and you've been given bold. So you're going to have to be bold with these changes. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. So you know what? Some of you, maybe this is a whole new change in your life. You may have decided that, you know what, I'm going to take on this new job. I'm going to take this new course. I'm going to move to this other state or this other part of the country or out of the country on the planet. And I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to do this because, life is short for some, and you need to do this. So be bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Go for it. This is your life. Don't let other people, their energy, affect you and change what you want to do, because only you can make yourself happy. That's a choice only we ourselves as individuals can do. We cannot ever entertain the fact that other people are going to bring that in and change our life and all of a sudden magically make it stupendous. It would be wonderful, but it's not reality. So be bold, my friend. Step out there, open that door and go. It's all about endings and new beginnings for you. The very beginning of the final week of September, Scorpio, you've been given the Dreamer. And that is a major card. And the Dreamer is all about taking that leap of faith. Again, this is talking about going and opening that new door, taking that risk, doing those things you normally wouldn't do, and finally saying, this is my life and I'm going to do it. So I do see that you can follow your dreams now. There may be some unexpected resources coming into you, or people there that can, with their wisdom and their knowledge, can help you walk this path and do what it is you want to do. Some people may be setting this up for you and making these plans for you when you arrive at this destination. So expect some unexpected opportunities to come in that are going to help you. Don't be afraid, my friend. Follow those dreams. This is the confirmation card saying this is the right time. Timing is right on your path to take this leap of faith and finally make all these dreams that you've been wanting to do and been thinking about for the longest time to do come to fruition. In the middle of your final week of September, Scorpio, you've been given a fire card, 4 of Fire. And this is your one and only self-development card here. This is, going places you normally wouldn't go, taking risks you normally wouldn't take, doing things you normally wouldn't do, all for you, your own personal self-development. And it's finally coming to fruition. Once you make that mindset, once you come to that decision and agreement with yourself, you're going to feel contentment and you're going to feel peace. And then you're going to feel the benefits of the abundance coming into you, because often with that, we get that relief and we go, and your abundance, you've opened up, you've unlocked all those blockages by your hesitation and by your procrastination and by your self-doubt. Now, once you open up to that, you're going to feel the benefits and the abundance of that. I do see things are improving for some of you. Some of you may have been experiencing some turmoil and some challenges in your home life. Please know that you're going to feel the abundance there. Things are going to improve in that department for some of you. I do see some of you that have been working on a project so intense and so hard and for so long. It will finally be the completion of that, and it will be the successful completion of that project. The very last card for the very last week of September. You have been given fairness. Scorpio, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Some of you may be dealing with an issue, that has been challenging, and I do see that it's going to be resolved with kindness and compassion and forgiveness. They show, the beautiful doves coming in, which is going to bring the peace that you so needed. You haven't been able to see the light for a while, some of you, on your path, and now you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be guided down that path, and you're going to now finally be able to breathe easy with whatever situation has been troubling you, and you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. For others, again, it talks about, the abundance in the form of money. So you're specifically, they're showing me gold, which means riches in money. And you're going to be able to see monies coming into you that you have been, you've been expecting and waiting for. So please know that things are going to improve. The sun's going to shine again, and things are on the up and up. So things at the end of September are going to start clearing. You're going to be able to see light at the end of the path again, and things are going to improve in your life again. Well, Scorpio, that's your month of September. There's been a lot of things going on, but what you need to know is these 4 main oracle cards that tied in the reading for the month of September. And you know what? It's all about blossoming and stepping out and knowing that there's new beginnings and that you're going to rise from this. It's all about ending things. You need to end things and let them go in order for you to see your path clearly, for you to open that door to new, bright, and healthy beginnings. You may have to be bold. You may lose your confidence along the way. You may, not have the courage you think, but please know you are not alone. You're going to be able to have that courage and stand up for your beliefs. Fairness. You know what? You're going to be fair and you're going to get what you deserve. I wish you a great remainder to this beautiful, beautiful summer. And as you step into September and our beautiful, colorful fall, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful month. Again, I'll see you in October. And know that I continue, Scorpio, my friend, to always stand in the circle of light for you, my friend.